Hey, it's Tom from TechBait, aka Crypto Blogger, aka Mr. Excitement, here again. Um, I'm doing a video from the streets of New York City. Um, Sometimes when I do these on my phone, my voice is a bit distant or muffled. I'm sorry about that. Um, I'm not sitting in a quiet room. So, what do we have here? Something I wanted to share. I'm going to try to upload this while I'm still at work over cellular data, but it may not work out, so I may have to kill that and do it over Wi-Fi later on. So, okay, what do we have? We have that this here spells out what I was trying to say in other videos. One firm is way ahead of Wall Street on Bitcoin. Okay, you got this big rich investment group called the Susquehanna International Group. They're out of Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia. They trade everything, okay? Stocks, commodities, you name it, right? So these guys are rich and successful no matter what, right? They don't need cryptocurrency to be relevant or to be wealthy, right? But it's another emerging asset class. Why not take advantage of it? So this is the sort of institutional investment that's waiting in large part on the sidelines. Now, what they are doing is they're opening up some trading, direct trading for their clients, and they are going to be doing futures trading, okay, Bitcoin futures. But you know, this is the type of trader. You see, they're getting their experience now, and they're building out their infrastructure so that when the market gets cleaned up by the CFTC and the government, uh, and a lot of this price manipulation stops, then you're going to see, you're going to see things like pension funds and other uh, institutional money pour into crypto and massively inflate the market cap. Okay, and everybody who's in it is going to ride that wave. Okay, but of course, there needs to be some straightening out before that happens. So that's why, this regulation that nobody really wants, it's probably a good thing long term. Okay? Look, the big boys are here. The Wall Street people are here. The futures are here. You're not going to put that cat back in the bag. So why not let the government clean some of this up so that we can get big institutional money pouring into this market and get that market cap up where it really should be. So anyway, let's see. So Susquehanna is one of the largest players in trading trading traditional investments like stocks, options, and ETFs. They built up a trading desk of around a dozen people that buys and sells millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin and other virtual or cryptocurrencies in private deals. Now they're opening trading to a small group of its 500 clients with plans to expand. Okay. The parent company of the New York Stock Exchange, the exchange, has been in talks about opening a subsidiary for crypto trading. Goldman Sachs is on the verge of opening its own trading operation. So you see all these big players, all these big names are coming in, right? It doesn't happen overnight, but it's happening. So, but it says here they're trying to like take Susquehanna and make them a special case. Okay, they have 1,800 employees around the world, a lot more money backing its trading desk, and a lot more ability to interact with clients than the hedge funds and the trading firms that have also been early participants in crypto. So anyway, it says here that, obviously the arrival of big financial institutions has raised concerns among some Bitcoin aficionados who worry that it will harden Bitcoin's status as a speculative trading asset like gold and diminish hopes that it can be used in day-to-day transactions. That's the whole thing of is it a commodity or is it is it a currency? And how can it be a currency if people don't want to trade it because they don't want to let go of something that can appreciate in value? So basically, its status as digital gold will elevate to the detriment of currency. But we have other currencies that can take that place in the day-to-day sphere, like Litecoin and others. So I wouldn't worry. But if you're a Bitcoin maximalist and you just want it to be Bitcoin, then of course that may aggravate you. So anyway, this guy says no. It's going to a wide variety of uses. Here it goes. Best bet is to challenge gold as a scarce commodity that can be moved around easily. Just what I just said. So, they talk about that there can only be 21 million Bitcoins ever. But the cap isn't expected to be hit until 2140. Now think about that. The original version of this article that they published had a typo. It said 2040. Now you would normally think that Bitcoin would be done mining in 2040. It's like a little more than 20 years away. No, we've got over 100 years. I didn't even realize this for a while. Over 100 years before the final Bitcoin is mined, because what happens is the complexity goes up, okay? And it gets slower and slower. It gets harder to mine these things. So that's why they have to build more powerful ASICs that can do it. But as time goes on, it's going to get harder and harder. So it takes longer and longer. And so anyway, it's going to be the year 2140 they're projecting when the last Bitcoin can be mined, when that limit is hit. So that gives it some amazing future there, right? I mean, us today, we'll all be dead, I guess. Right? Our grandkids or great-grandkids will be around for that. So and they talk about the internet payment method like Jack Dorsey of Twitter. But now listen, here. This is the big quote. This is the money quote in this article. I want to highlight for you. We believe that this technology and this asset class is going to change some facet of financial services, and we think it is going to exist forever. Okay, I said that in a previous video. I knew about this quote, but I was looking for it in actual text. And here it is in a New York Times article, right? So this is what this guy from Susquehanna, this big investment group, says. We believe that this technology and this asset class is going to change some facet of financial services, and we think that it is going to exist forever, okay? So do you still think, you could choose not to believe this guy, but these are some pretty heavy hitters. Do you really think that Bitcoin's going away? Do you think crypto's going away? You see these asinine comments on Reddit and all over the place whenever there's a crash or a correction proclaiming the death of crypto, the death of Bitcoin. If I feel sorry for you if you believe people who write such stupid comments, uninformed, uneducated comments. And also the no-coiners out there and the people who are, whatever, they're just traditionalists. They only believe in things they can hold in their hand, like, gold and silver. Hey, I love gold and silver. I love real money. But, crypto is real money too. Just like, and I'm going to say it again, okay, for all the people out there who are fond of saying that software isn't real, because Bitcoin is software on a computer system, because you can't hold it in your hand. You can't hold Microsoft Word in your hand. You can hold a box that has the code on a CD, but nobody even does that anymore. It's all out there on the net. It's downloaded now. Everything's electronically delivered. So the whole idea of holding software in your hand, you can hold the computer in your hand. So just like you can hold a computer in your hand that has Mac OS or Windows or Microsoft Word or some program on it, you can hold a computer in your hand that has Bitcoin or crypto on it. It's the same thing. It doesn't make it any less real. Computer code is a real thing. You can actually print it out on paper and hold it in your hand. So I work with this stuff all day long. It's real. My whole career has been built around software. Okay, the whole software development process. So anybody who says that software is not a real thing, software is a real thing. Okay, it drives our entire economy. Take the software and the computers away, and you will have basically a civilization collapse. We are completely dependent on computers and software. And I know that the Luddites and the off-the-grid people don't like, a lot of people don't like that, because let's face it, it is a point of failure in a way if something catastrophic happens. But, you know, look, we're a resilient species. If something really happens and the lights go out, we will find a way, not just to survive, but we'll find a way to put the lights back on and get the stuff running again, right? So I'm confident in that, provided it's not a catastrophic, like a giant asteroid that destroys all life. And in that case, it doesn't really matter, does it? So here we talk about, they talk about some other things here. Susquehanna will trade futures. And they're going to deal with Ether and some other things like Bitcoin, some other cryptos probably. They recently amended the broker-dealer license that it has on file with regulators. It will allow them to trade cryptos that are labeled by regulators as securities. So these guys are all legal and getting in there. Most of the crypto exchanges that they currently trade on are unregulated. But the CFTC is going after that. And the SEC, the government's going to straighten all that out. I still don't know what's going to happen with offshore exchanges like Binance. You know, I certainly hope that this push for regulation, like say for example, if Binance doesn't want to register with the SEC or something, will, for example, Americans not be able to use Binance? That is the only thing that kind of scares me. I would like for someone to comment on that. Someone in the know sees this video. Comment below on that particular subject if you can. I'm going to be trying to look that up myself. But something tells me that an exchange like Binance and some others will find a way to be compliant enough. I don't think they want to lose all those accounts. I know that America's one country, but it's a big country. There's a lot of assets. I'm sure they don't want to lose out on all those commissions. So we'll see what happens. Keeping stuff in cold storage, private keys, all of that. I'm just trying to get through this article here for you. They talk about the difficulty in determining what an actual cryptocurrency is worth, how traders should value them. So that's about it. So anyway, this is a very good article. One firm is way ahead of Wall Street on Bitcoin. You can look it up yourself. Also, make sure you keep checking out techbait.net for a lot of news as it happens. This thing updates constantly, several times a day. And it grabs in fresh news stories. The whole top of the site for cryptocurrency, and most of the rest of the site is technology, like software, networking, hardware, things like that. So it's a really good resource. I actually built it for my own use, and then I decided to, make it, put it out there for other people to also use. It frees you up from having to dig up your own RSS feeds or deal with an RSS reader, stuff like that. You can just go to techbait.net, one easy to remember URL, the site domain name, and boom, there it is. It comes up on a smartphone, it comes up on a desktop, and you can see the latest news articles whenever you want. You don't have to weed out stuff on Google News or anything like that. So please check that out. So anyway, this thing here, the Susquehanna thing, is illustrative of all this this big institutional money that's going to be pouring into crypto very soon. And that this whole push for regulation is not a bad thing. And overall, it's a good thing for the market. And cleaning up some of this behavior, some of this price manipulation where traders come in and, put a bunch of buy and sell walls up that they don't intend to, just to play with the price and manipulate the price. That kind of stuff has to end. The government is trying to stop that. And like I said, once all these assets pour in, and we're talking like 2 to 4 trillion waiting. Could you imagine that? We're talking right now anywhere between like 2 and 400 billion as a crypto market cap. Could you imagine 2 to 4 trillion? You know what that would do to your portfolio and to the value of this whole thing? Think about that. Just think about that. And that's kind of where I'm going with this whole Susquehanna thing. That's what this is representative of. Okay, that's the theory anyway. So please like and subscribe, comment, and I'm looking to get my subscriber base up. So please share this out if you can. And we're all in this together. Let's hope for the best here. And don't worry about the prices of right now. This is nothing. This is short term. Right now, look at this. Neo $38, VeChain $290, Ether Classic $1374. Bitcoin $65.39, Ether $493.31. Ripple 54, EOS 10. These prices, Litecoin 97.60, Stellar 23 cents, Cardano 16 cents. These prices are just, this is a sale. This is a sale. Binance, by the way, is holding its own there. That seems like a great store of value right now. These are sale prices. So if you have fiat waiting, you could be DCAing in now and getting in cheap. Because I'm telling you, once this market cap explodes, these prices are never going to be seen again. So right now, this is actually a gift. These low prices are a gift, even though those of us who are in it don't like to see our portfolio value so deflated right now. You can be funneling a little bit of money for each paycheck into this thing and buy in while you can. I mean, get in cheap, because later on it may be worth a lot more. This is not financial advice. Don't do anything because I am high on it. This is just my opinions and how I see things. Disseminating information. Do your own research, and remember, it's your money. You are responsible for it. So that's that. Anyway, I'm going to, I guess, stop now, and I'm going to stop now and try to upload this thing today, while today is still fresh. And if it doesn't work, it'll go out tonight. So thanks, and keep visiting techbait.net, and crypto blogger Mr. Excitement out. Later.